Guys, we're back. We got about 2 hours left to stream, so we can get a lot done. Okay. Gosalgen. An enigmatic rock and ice planet, Gosalgen has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is composed of frozen water and chlorine. The cancer of the planet Gosalgen revealed a large deposit of magnesium. Oh. Though exceptionally large for terrestrial world, Himalaya is composed of water, ice, and with a core of various carbonaceous compounds. It has a density only half that of Earth and an atmosphere of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. The surface is composed of surprisingly pure water ice with a high albedo. The closest you got pulled over going 38 and the 35 once, and the cop warned you. That's the closest you've been to going to a prison. Yeah. Cerberus. We're gonna finish the solar system, this nebula here, before we go back to Argus Row. Kill the Arachni. Netmos is a resource-rich terrestrial world, somewhat larger than Earth, with a dense atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and argon. Netmos' crust is very thin and unstable, not more than 8 kilometers deep in any location. Subsurface magma flows are hazardous to ground travel, and earthquakes are frequent, with heavy metals and radioactives are plentiful. This geological instability has deterred investment by mining concerns. An additional complication is that the Styx cluster lies uncomfortably close to the 5 kiloparsec ring around the galactic core. The ring contains a great deal of molecular hydrogen, fueling the majority of the galaxy's star formation. The area is too dangerous to safely travel. Alright, well, let's go in here. $16. Free. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Dudes, have you ever been pulled over? How about anybody else in chat? You guys ever gotten tickets for weird things? I got in trouble by the police for kicking a kid in the head. He was a bully. But probably not the right thing to do. Dude, I should have put that point into singularity. Oops. Alright, I got an anomaly, a listening post, and an anomaly. Let's go to this one first. Light was out over the license plate? You have not? X, have you ever been in trouble with the police? Try being a diabetic and being pulled over because you're swaying a bit and telling the cop you're trying to get home to get sugar. That sounds very druggy, dude. I'm trying to get the sugar. You have to just take roadside tests and blow into a breathalyzer. They're developing a breathalyzer that works with marijuana here in Canada. To get in trouble, you would need to do things. Or just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a guy in Canada that got pulled over at a roadside stop. And I believe it's Section 8 of your Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms. It states that you have the right against arbitrary detainment. And he argued that being stopped at a roadside stop was arbitrary detainment. Discovery. It appears these particle borers were shut down after breaking through into tunnels just below the surface. The shacks and equipment are stenciled with the logo of Tenkara Mining Consortium, but there is no trace of the mining crew. Anyway, so he got all the way to the Supreme Court, where they agreed with him that it was actually a violation of his right. But for the greater good, it is an acceptable violation, and he has to pay his ticket. He also got parking, a ticket for parking at 7 p.m. in the zone that said no parking from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Being a smartass about your rights to a cop is how you get in big shit. Yeah, so there's such thing as winning the battle but not the war, and that's usually one that you're not going to win the battle on. So in Canada, we have something called the Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms, but in the in Section 2 of the Constitution, it states that you have all of these rights with exception. And when something services the greater good, that's where that comes into play. Hey, we found a large deposit of uranium just sitting there. The only time that ever gets to play, gets put into play is if it will benefit the greater good. $20 instead of going to court in Wisconsin, which would have required you to pay a few hundred in travel. Yeah, $20. Okay. My brother, he has a twin brother. Okay, well, I have two twin brothers, and my brother's twin. He somehow managed to get a ticket and put it in his twin's name. So when the one tried to get car insurance, they're like, "You got this outstanding ticket," and he's like, "What?" Usually, yes, but in this case, it makes sense. The ride programs are there to prevent drunk drivers from killing people. You remember that? He was not amused at all, yeah. Imagine trying to get insurance and finding out that your twin brother somehow managed to claim to be you and put something on your license when you don't even have your license. I don't know how he did it, but somehow he did it. Ooh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Buried safe box. One of the miners had a League of One medallion. It's possible he discovered it while they were digging, but there's no way to know for certain. I don't even know what the League of One is. This hasn't even told me. My evil twin brother. Imagine burying something on a barren planet and someone finds it on an entire planet. Visually. Yeah. Dude, do you belong to the League of One? Anyway, I do support things being done for the greater good, if it makes sense for that to be the greater good. But it's very easy for things to be said to be done in the greater good, so it's a slippery slope. Like, you gotta be really careful when you make that decision to call it that. You belong to the League of One? What if the greater good involves removing mankind? I mean, we're getting to that point, aren't we? Pretty certain that if the COVID-19 was worse than it was, mankind would have died. Because people don't want to wear masks. Why was that voice familiar? X? Who was it? This might be something that we have to come back to later. Oh, it's Daphne! Aha. Stinky's watching the stream. He recognizes my voice now. I did give him lots of pets. It does have a really strong voice cast, I agree. He does know me now. He's a good cat.
Take the position.
Bypass sledgehammer rounds? What the fuck are those? I want sledgehammer. Anyway, we're probably gonna have to go back to that dig site where we'll have to fight a whole bunch of, like, husks or something. Getting a whole bunch of EXP for this, so... why we're doing. Here's where we detected a large deposit of titanium. Deuce, how do you feel about titanium? Actually, X, I'm curious about you. How do you feel about titanium? I remember I got a bike that was made out of titanium when I was a kid, and I was like, yeah, this is the coolest shit. And people were like, why? And I'm like, because titanium's awesome. What is New World? Especially when Skeletor sings it. I don't think I've heard Skeletor sing it. Oh, there's something here. More Arachnai, huh? These guys just spawn eternally? What's going on here? Oh, okay, we have to survive for a minute, I guess? Arachnai swarm approaching. Lieutenant Durand, Alliance Marine. New World is that Amazon developed game. Oh, right, yeah. Well, let me know what you think of it, X. I didn't even know that was out and playable. Alright. What's going on over here, Lieutenant Durand?
First Lieutenant Duran, sir. 3rd Brigade, 14th Infantry Regiment, and I am damn glad to see you.
We heard you needed some backup.
Actually, we need to get the hell out of here. But I guess your ship couldn't carry us all. They dropped us here a few months back. We get supplies every couple weeks. We didn't see anything local that was more dangerous than lichen. Yesterday, these animals started coming out of the ground. No idea where they're from. This is what's left out of 90 men. I'm the ranking officer.
We do have a ship in orbit. We could bombard them.
Wouldn't do much good. They're moving around deep underground. The only time they come near the surface, and they're right on our position. You bombard them, you take us out too.
Why are you out here in the first place?
There's been a lot of pirate activity in this cluster. We set up a chain of listening posts in the local systems, in case they have a staging base.
They're called Rachni. You get a supply ship in recently?
Yeah, but that was an Alliance ship, Commander. I mean, it was a drone, running on automatics. But what...
Will the Rachni come back?
What we just fought was a probe. Our seismic sensors are picking up a crapload more on their way up from underground. We've got 5 minutes, tops. We might be able to hold them off if we were at peak, but you can see the fighting's busted this place up.
Do what you can to secure your position. We'll see if we can get some of your defenses operational.
Aye aye, Commander. You heard the man. Everybody pool magazines and grenades. Take a leak and a drink while you can. And if anyone wants a smoke, it's as good a time as any.
The rumor I started about you having a popsicle on your lower back has made it to Facebook. Because people have been asking you about it. I mean, that would be a curious thing for anyone. I understand. Mass Effect. Silly, how you doing? Welcome to today's stream. Did you ever find yourself towing the line? What do you mean you doubt we could pick up all these people? We just asked, we offered to pick up an entire colony on Pharos. Why would we not be able to carry what looks to be 3 people? Why are there so many now? Alright.
Understood.
Gotta be it. Down.
Holy hell, sir. Talk about a near-run thing. You alright?
Never mind me. Are you alright?
This is the fifth time the team should get a rocket
We've been
launcher and a
fighting for
random
almost
machine
26
gun.
hours straight. None of us will be standing for long.
Ma'am, we're getting a signal from one of the ground scan UAVs. A big hollow space about 500 meters under the surface.
Right, that must be it. That must be where they're coming from. My people aren't in any condition for a clearing operation, though.
Just point us in the right direction.
You don't have to do that, Commander. We've bled them. We can probably hold until a bigger ship arrives to get us off-world. If you want to take a throw at it, we'll give you the coordinates. But it's your call. You saved our asses, Commander.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thought so. We'd have to go to the mine now. I didn't say Windtrig's in this game. You saw Windtrig? So to tell you guys about this, I showed Christine a picture of my dad and my brothers, and she noticed that he had tattoos, and she was like, "Oh, your dad has tats?" I was like, "Yeah, he has a pair of hearts on his left arm, and a green dragon on his right arm, and a popsicle on his lower back." And she thought it was the funniest thing. Dookie, hello, welcome! I guess it's the first time we've had you stop in on stream. Oh, the tentacle things we killed, the Rachni? I should be pulled over for his driving? Yeah, well. They can't get, the coppers can't catch me out here. How you doing, Dookie? Welcome. As you can see, we're playing some Mass Effect, and I am driving the Mako. Fairly well. Can we set a donation drive to get for dudes to get a popsicle on his back? Yes. Dudes, find out how much it would cost to get you a popsicle tattooed on your lower back, and we will get the money raised for you. Working on your lunch break? Hey, good. What do you do for work? You've only played Mass Effect 2? Ah, well, this is the first one. And it's not as good as 2. But it sets the stage and is pretty good overall. Then it won't be a rumor anymore. Exactly, dudes. You can turn it into reality. You can wear your popsicle with pride. Uh-huh. So this one here, it doesn't have ammo like the second one does. It has like an overheat mechanic, so you have infinite ammo, but your gun overheats as you fire. So you can't actually see anything right now. So. What is that?
Clear.
Ow! That hurt. You'll do it if Windtree gets a tattoo of a guy or a girl peeing on each other? The load times on the PS3 made it unplayable? Yeah, I don't know about the load times. Usually I'm not bothered too much by stuff like that. I'll just do something else at the same time. But if that's all you're doing, yeah, the load times in the PS3 version were pretty long. I think the only two games I ever got annoyed with the load times were Bloodborne and Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, we could do that. Wait, is this the way I came from? This is the way I came from. I'm not getting a house, we're getting tattoos for everyone. I mean, I'm still buying the house on my own. We can do donation drives to get tattoos for everyone. Sure. Now, what exactly would consensual peeing look like in tattoo form? Yeah, Dookie. If you're interested, all my Mass Effect playthroughs are going on my YouTube, so you can get the story that way if you want it. You'll find me a pic. All right, you're gonna have to post it in the Discord.
All clear.
Spoiler it so that if it's NSFW. Oh, I'm in stasis. That's rude. Sorry, Rex. That sucked. You can get up now, though. Alright. That was scary. Live life. Live life, report them for harassment. Or she gets one with the now famous quote, live life, love pussy. That's my mom's credo. That's what she lives by. You always wish they would make a Star Trek game that played exactly like Mass Effect 2. You know, I'm kind of surprised they haven't, Dookie. I feel like that type of Star Trek game would actually really go over well. Records of the Rachni War suggest Brood Warriors, the male gender Rachni, only fight when a hive is severely pressed. It's safe to say that you've eliminated the Rachni on Nepnos. This one's still alive, right there. It's dead now. Can't decrypt any of them. Alright, that's that quest done.
Area secured.
There's actually a multiple houses on West Intrigue P Street. We should buy these. How much are they? Plenty of online Star Trek games. I know Star Trek Online was fun. Not fun, but my brother played it. He didn't hate it. He thought it was okay. Said it could have been better, but yeah. They made that shitty Star Trek game that looked like Mass Effect but played like actual shit. You played Star Trek Online quite a bit? Yeah, I never, I've never given it a go, but maybe Silly and I'll give it a go in the future. Could be fun. Story's really good? That's what I like to hear. We should have the VR stuff to play Bridge Crew. I remind you, I'm gonna make a post after stream today, because this weekend, guys, we're playing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Saturday night. I've invited Tayo and Sarah from his stream, so hopefully they can come out. But if we get more people than we have, then we have room for, then we will make multiple caravans. Well, that's rude. You still have the Super Nintendo version of Star Trek Simulator, dudes? I remember that game. But after Romulus explodes? How do you feel about Romulus? Hang on a sec. I just discovered something over here. Tell them not to, and tell them not to, that I've been planning community nights for this forever.
Securing point.
Palladium. There we go. We successfully discovered a large deposit of palladium. Now we can make Iron Man's heart. Yeah, dudes, what are your thoughts on story in seasons. They did the story in seasons, so it's like it's its own show. That's a good idea. Yeah, how do you guys feel about Romulus? Alright.
We're good, Commander.
Okay, not much else I can do there then.